Alright, we are back for day 4. We're going to check in our stable that we've now been working on for 4 days. If this is the first video you've seen, we started a brand new off-and pacing stable to show a little bit of strategy on how to get started. We didn't get a good horse right off the bat, but we've been steadily building up our stable over the 4 days. So you will notice we have a few more horses than we had when I checked in yesterday. Best way to catch you up is probably to go to the transactions page. Here we go. So the last video was on August 11th. At 8:30 a.m. purchased a new horse for $30,000. We did that in the last video. And then I went to the auction and I bid on 2 older horses, $25,000 and $20,000. Turns out I won both of those auctions. And then I got some nice daily free coins. All you have to do to get those is at least enter 1 race in the day, and you'll get those. My horse Silas finished 3rd. And then I claimed a horse for $25,000, and I purchased one in the auction for $7,000. And then early this morning, my new horse Landon finished 5th. So we've been busy over the last 24 hours, and this is how we're going to aim to build the stable. As we get more horses and we have more cash flow with purse money coming in, we're going to constantly be looking to put it to work. We always want to be doing something with our horses. If they're not earning money, we want to move on. So let me have a look at the stable right now and see what we have going on. Upcoming races, we have 3 this morning and 3 this afternoon, and then 1 already scheduled for tomorrow morning. Looks like I drew the 9 hole in my one coming up in half an hour here. It's probably going to be tough. And then I have one in a really small race, probably one of the smallest races in the game, at almost 9 o'clock. Okay, so let's go through my new purchases. When did I get Cash Haul? If I can't remember when I got a horse, I can go to their profile page by clicking that little button on the very right under Colt. And then I can go to the sale history. So I picked this horse up yesterday for $25,000. Oh, that's right. I claimed this one because I noticed the horse because my horse was racing against it. So we had a horse in a claimer. I believe it was Silas. Here he was at 4:42 p.m. He finished 3rd. And when I was looking at the program for the race, I noticed this 3-year-old colt also in the 4:42 p.m. race that looked like he should be doing a little better than he has been. He'd shown some tough drives. I watched a few of the replays, and it appeared to be, at the very least, I'll be able to get my money back for him. 3-year-olds are almost always still maturing, so he's still going to get better, and he was racing against older horses. So even if he becomes a 50,000 claimer or a 100,000 claimer, I'm doing good with him, and I was quite happy when I claimed him and saw he had green speed bar and a couple other green bars as well. He's better than my horse Silas, who seems to be competitive in the 25,000 claimers, winning one and finishing 3rd. So I actually moved Cash Haul up in class because I feel like I already have a good one in the 25,000 claimer, and this one should be even better. Okay, the 2 I bought in auction, let's go double check their names. They were Kung, and it starts here. So this one, I'm not too sure about. I found this easy race, non-winners of 500 last 5, really small race. I'm kind of hoping to pick up an easy win there and then drop this one into a low-level claimer. I don't like his speed bar. Anytime that top bar, the speed bar, is their lowest attribute, probably not going to do too well. It starts here, however. I was fairly happy with his bars when I got him. So I might race this one for a little while before trying to get rid of him. I feel like I can earn some purse money. Unfortunately, he drew the 9 hole in his first race, so his first race for me. And then it looks like I made a mistake with this one. By the time they're 6 years old in the game, they're starting to decline, and they're often not competitive by 6 or 7. Not quite like real life. Some horses in real life race till they're 12 or 13. The difference is a lot of horses by the time they're 6 in the game, they've already raced 250, 300 times. So they get a little more action in the game. This one's already raced 158 times in his career. His career is probably coming to an end, and I'll probably look to get rid of him after this 15,000 claimer if he isn't competitive. Okay. So the other thing I wanted to look at today, one of the things I often do in the game, if I want to be a championship stable, I got to keep an eye on what it takes to get there. So if you go to upcoming races, I believe it's in the United States today. Oops. Okay. If you scroll down, anytime you see blue, that means there's a stake event in that card. Now there should be an even bigger one this morning. There we go. The national final. So this race is the biggest race of the year. It's for aged horses or mares, and some of the best horses in the game have won this race. Ragnar, probably the original super horse, won it in season 3. Philly Den in season 4. I guess it lists the constellation winner as well. I believe Wall of Sleep would be the season 5 final winner, and PB131 would be the constellation. Just a Rumble won it in season 6, and Sassy Panties won it in season 7. To get into this race, you have to actually get through 3 other races, finishing top 3 in the Ace Classic and the 6 Pace, and then qualifying from the Cabin Open to get here. So it takes a full season of good results to make it this far. So I'm going to check out a few of the horses in here, see if I recognize any names. Big Old Toes is a big name to have in the constellation. 4-year-old filly has made $4 million purse money. Burn Unit, really nice horse, made $5 million. Archie's Dreams made $9 million. These are some of the top horses in the game. It'll take quite a while or a lot of luck until we get to this point. And if we go look at the final, Giggity Giggity has been probably one of the greatest horses in the game so far. Won 133 races, 26 million coins. But she's found herself a new rival lately in Ace Deuce, coming out of the 9 hole here. Let's go into Ace Deuce's profile. You can click on the little icon beside their name to get to their profile. Ace Deuce has been getting better and better as she gets older. 4-year-old mare, she's now won 10 trophies. One of them is missing. I'm not sure which one that is. I think I'm going to follow both these horses so I can keep track of them and get back to them easier. So let me show you one more thing about following a horse. If you have a horse you want to follow, whether it's a claimer to keep an eye on to see if you want to claim them, or just a really good horse that you want to make sure you don't miss anything from, you can tag them using that little tag icon. And then you can go to following and go to your horses, and they'll show up here. Now, the benefit is you can jump quickly back into the horse's profile page, and you can look at their upcoming races. And if you click on the upcoming race, you can jump right into the program. So if you had tagged a horse that you were looking to claim eventually, if they have an upcoming claimer, you can click on the button right there, get into the program, and claim the horse from here. So while we're in the following page, let's just check in on Landon. It looks like he had his first 3rd place finish, so things are looking up there. It was a horse named Runaway Ryan. He must have made a new horse. He's got 2 horses now, and nothing entered to race yet this morning. So he really needs some help. So if you guys can drop him a message on Twitter at OAP_Lando, he'd really appreciate your advice to get a stable past these two horses and up and running. Follow me in the game as well, because now there's going to be a lot going on between videos. So last time, I think we only had 3 or 4 horses when the video ended, and now we're up to 7, and things are moving pretty quickly. So if you follow me in the game, you can see my upcoming races and keep track of how we're doing. All right, have a good day.